What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video. In this video we will take an in-depth look at what is going on with the Nabil Fekir to Liverpool transfer saga. This has been one of the craziest, if not the craziest, most insane and most disappointing and frustrating transfer sagas that I have ever lived through as a Liverpool fan, and I've been supporting this club for 18 years. Let's get into this because I've never ever seen anything like this before, because Nabil Fekir, and not only did his medical, he passed his medical. Even the French Football Federation's president, Noël Le Graët, confirmed that Liverpool and Fekir, did a successful medical. So Fekir passed his medical according even to the French football president. And not only did Fekir pass his medical, but he actually did club interviews. That picture that I used as a thumbnail on this video 2 days ago, that wasn't fake. That was an actual interview with Nabil Fekir as a Liverpool player. He did his LFC TV media interviews, and also he posed for club photos in a Liverpool shirt. Doubts have been, around this transfer after that medical was completed, because something was in that medical, that something came up at the last minute, because Fekir himself was ready to move to Liverpool about his knee injury. He had a really bad knee injury like 3 years ago. And I actually have a doctor's opinion here that I want to read out to you, and stay tuned because this video will have a lot more information than this. So if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, like the video and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a future upload, because I do a lot of research about all the Liverpool transfers and all the other major transfers. So what is really heartbreaking is that the French football president has confirmed Saturday morning, that Fekir did complete his medical, and he was actually the French football president was in attendance, but the delay came when Liverpool actually, because of this medical report that was concluded. So these are extensive medical results, doing MRI scans and all sorts of scans on Fekir's knee, and something came up on these medicals, which resulted in Liverpool trying to lower the price and trying to restructure the deal. And Lyon, and especially Lyon president Ola, who is a really notoriously tough negotiator, he was having none of it. And Lyon actually came out and did a statement saying, Olympique Lyon informs that negotiations with Liverpool and Nabil Fekir for the transfer of the Lyon captain have not been successful, and Lyon have decided to bring an end to these negotiations. So Lyon had an ultimatum, a deadline, that by the time 8 p.m. comes on Saturday, if a transfer is not concluded, that Lyon are not selling Fekir before the World Cup. But that means that Fekir is still available and he could sign for Liverpool, but only after the World Cup. Lyon, of course, and France are very adamant that there is no transfer negotiations during the World Cup, and I kind of agree with them. So at least until after the World Cup we won't know whether Nabil Fekir signs for Liverpool or not. But David Maddox says that the deal is not dead yet. So after the World Cup, Liverpool and Lyon will sit down again and we can continue negotiations for Nabil Fekir. But let's actually listen to a proper doctor's perspectives around this Fekir medical and what happened. There is a lot of confusion, so I wanted to give you a doctor's expert opinion. So through various sources it has become clear that Liverpool had an issue with Fekir's medical assessment. For the medical, they would have had full access to his notes, the Fekir's injury notes, his scans, operation details. And what is really important here, that Fekir had an ACL, which is an anterior cruciate ligament reconstruction in 2015, so 3 years ago, And yes, Fekir played in the past 2 years basically injury free. He only missed 10 games through minor injuries, nothing major there. And also he's in the World Cup squad. And you might ask, how can Fekir fail his medical if he's playing for Lyon week in, week out, if he's playing for France in the World Cup and in preseason friendlies. I mean, Fekir played and it was a really good performance for France, even yesterday night against USA. But you have to understand that it's more complicated than that, because Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp play a high octane, high energy, much higher energy and much more demanding on the body playing style than Lyon play. And Fekir, if he breaks down further on the line, like 1 or 2 years from now, because of his knee, and he has a long-term knee injury, or he can't play week in, week out for Jurgen Klopp, then it's a big risk to sign him for £53 million. It's similar to when you buy a car, the seller of the car quotes you a price, but then when you take the car into a garage or a car shop and they do a thorough inspection of the car, and some issues come up and you want to lower the price of the car because of those issues, but the seller doesn't lower the price, so you walk away from the deal. That's what basically happened here, in my opinion. So let's continue with this doctor's opinion. So these ACL reconstructions are usually done by taking a tendon from one of the leg muscles and attaching it to the knee, which is called an autograft, or taking a tendon from an organ donor, which is called an allograft. Through looking at studies comparing the two methods, we know that allografts are associated with a higher failure rate, particularly in younger, more active patients. This is why Liverpool see the outlay of £53 million for Fekir a huge risk for someone who will be playing high octane or perhaps very demanding football. And Liverpool used this as a bargaining chip for negotiations. Michael Edwards wanted to lower the price. I can understand both sides, but what I have a problem with is if Liverpool are so concerned with injury records and sorts. What I have a huge issue is, and what I'm not okay with, is why can't we spend 53 million on Fekir if he has injury problems, when we signed Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain just one summer ago under Jurgen Klopp, under the same structure of management, when Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain cost £35 million and he has 3 times as many injuries as Nabil Fekir. He was out of the games that he was supposed to play about 3 times as much as Fekir. So Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is probably double or triple the risk than Nabil Fekir is, and £35 million is still an awful lot of money. And I can't understand this, honestly. Like, if Liverpool are so concerned about injury records, how come we signed Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain when I saw his injury record and it was absolutely dreadful. He usually missed about 1/3 or half of each season that he played at Arsenal. On the other hand, Fekir just missed 10 games in the past 2 years, and he has been fit for the majority of the past 2 seasons. And honestly, Fekir is a much better player than Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain right now. So he would be, big risk but big reward as well. And what I can't understand, even Nabil Fekir wouldn't come into a team where he was the only really good attacking player and we had to play him week in, week out. So why couldn't just Liverpool say, let's sign him for 53 million, let's give him Lyon some bonuses related to performance and how many games he plays each season. So let's say we pay 30 million for Lyon and put bonuses in, and if Fekir is fit for the majority, 80% of the season, he plays 80% of the games, then Lyon get the full 53 million. But if not, they get 30 or 40 million or something like that. Why couldn't we do a deal like that? I'm sure that Lyon would have been fine with that. But no, Liverpool just said, let's give 40 million to Lyon or 35 million. Of course they will say no, because they didn't even want to sell Fekir in the first place. So this is what I have an issue with. How on earth can Liverpool sign somebody like Oxlade-Chamberlain with a multitude, lots more injury problems than Nabil Fekir. Just look at Oxlade-Chamberlain's number of games. And he even got injured in the second half of the season. Oxlade-Chamberlain missed the last like 2 months of the season. And I just can't understand this, honestly. And it has been absolutely heartbreaking. And what I especially feel sorry about is Nabil Fekir himself. Because he tweeted yesterday like a laughing emoji on Twitter, replying to his French teammate Mendy when he made a funny tweet. So he seemed like in good spirits. The French football president confirmed that Fekir was in good spirits after the medical, because it seemed like everything was going smoothly. He already wore the Liverpool shirt, he was photographed in a training top doing interviews, and everything was plain sailing. The fee was agreed with Lyon. Lyon agreed to sell Fekir to Liverpool, and then in the last minute Lyon ended negotiations because Liverpool tried to lower the price. It's just heartbreaking for Fekir, and I know that if Liverpool don't sign him, he will probably go to another club. And what I'm really especially fearful for is, what if somebody like Chelsea or Manchester United or even Arsenal come in for Fekir and they pay the 53 million and Fekir lights up the Premier League and potentially wins the title for somebody like Manchester United or Chelsea. That would be absolutely heartbreaking and devastating for all Liverpool fans. I mean, to see Fekir in a Liverpool shirt smiling and everything, it just breaks my heart for him. Can you imagine what it feels like to be Nabil Fekir right now? I mean, I've never ever seen anything like this before. Honestly, I'm absolutely baffled, really disappointed, really heartbreaking. And yes, there are lots of other awesome players out in world football, but Nabil Fekir wanted to join Liverpool. He wanted to jump on the train of the hype that is Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, and you don't find many better players than Nabil Fekir now in the world football, who can do a bit of everything. He can dribble, he can score, he can assist, he can score stunning free kicks, he can do great corner kick deliveries. He's strong as an ox, really agile, and I think he would have been fine with these injury problems. Of course, we don't know the exact details of the medical report, and I really hope that Liverpool release a statement sooner or later, because there is a lot of uncertainty surrounding this deal. But of course, guys, let me know what they think about this transfer deal. Fekir has already agreed a 5-year, 140,000 a week contract. His contract details were even revealed. Absolutely heartbreaking to me, because as I told you guys, I really hope that we sign somebody who is as good or even better than Nabil Fekir, but I just can't see it, because there are not many like better players than Fekir out there who would fit the Liverpool system, who would fit perfectly into Jurgen Klopp's playing style. And I just don't know where Liverpool go from here. I really hope that we sign maybe somebody like Thomas Lemar and Xherdan Shaqiri, or even like Riyad Mahrez, not sure how to pronounce his name. Riyad Mahrez would be a good option. He's also a very good player. So let me know, guys, what do you think about this transfer deal in the comments below. I'm just heartbroken and really disappointed. What are your thoughts about this? Let me know, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.